Hello there, and welcome back to the channel. We are continuing Andor. This is Season 1, Episode 7, titled Announcement. Last one was absolutely amazing, so intense all the way through. We unfortunately lost a number of the characters that we just got to know. We were sort of expecting that, but it was still sad to see. Yeah, sad to see them go like that, especially someone like Nemik, the way that he went out. But as we also discussed, like that manifesto that he had written, Andor needed to get his hands on that to sort of progress his character. Yeah, that's at least what we surmised. And that is exactly what happened. Skeen in the end as well, like he was just ready to take the money and leave. Some people, they were thinking that maybe it was some sort of test, but no matter what happened there, we didn't get to find out because Andor just flat out shot him. And that's where we are. So yeah, so much going on in this series already. We're really enjoying the ride. And you've got some new equipment where you are right now, filming wise. Not a new camera just yet, but headphones, new mic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's see how that works out. And as for the episode, unfortunately, this time I didn't have the time to rewatch episode 6. So it annoys me a bit because normally I watch it once more and then I'm ready to see the next one, even more ready to see the next one. But I'm still ready to see where we're going now because the way it ended was the end of the arc. And this whole journey that Cassian Andor is on and his upbringing, so to say, with the manifesto and how he becomes the person that he is, Rogue One. I find that very interesting and very well written. And last time, the scenery, the music and all that, that really raised the bar a bit. So I'm looking forward to see where we're going with this one.
Yeah, me too. Like that whole sequence with the eye, that was just amazing. Some of the most beautiful imagery that we've gotten in Star Wars in recent memory, I think. And I actually did just rewatch it with Kat, so it's fresh in my memory at least. And I don't usually get to do that right before either. But now we're ready to continue this journey and see just how the rest of the galaxy, or at least how the Empire, the Senate, like how they're going to respond to this. We got a little snippet of that towards the end of the previous episode with the ISB calling that meeting, talking about retaliation plans. Yeah. Then we had Mon Mothma in the Senate, everybody sort of reacting to the news around her. Also, Luthen going out and taking a literal breather in the back room there in the gallery and just laughing and going like, unclench. Phew, like that. It happened. It was successful. I don't, at that point, he probably didn't know the details, like how many of them died and so on, but he knew that the mission was a success, at least.
Well, Lisa, it made an impact big enough to get in the news, and that was that is one thing that they really want. And I like to see Mon Mothma at the Senate, where they sort of lose interest in what she's saying. We've seen that before, so also nice touch.
Definitely. And it's something that I think we're going to get way more of in this episode and going forward is the politics on Coruscant. So I'm really looking forward to that. When it comes to Andor himself, I don't know where he goes from here. I think he's gonna go into hiding, perhaps, or
he's gonna try to return to his old life, and the impact on his mind with what happened, and Nemik and the manifesto. He's probably gonna read that, and that whole journey. I wonder where we'll see his development. How we'll see his development now, but also the ISB will probably have some kind of impact on his development because retaliation, I'm not sure that works very well with winning the hearts and minds of the people.
Yeah, exactly. And is it gonna have an impact on the planet where he sort of grew up, where we saw him in the first 3 episodes on Ferrix, where his mother is, or mother and Biggs and the others. I'm really curious about if we're going to see them again soon or not. He could be returning to Ferrix, although we know the Empire is there now and they're setting up and they've taken over as well. And then we got like the wildcard, Khan, and something about his Uncle Harlow. I really want to get into that as well and see just who is that guy? Is he a part of the Empire, a part of some criminal organization, or like what's going on and what sort of plans does he have?
Major Pentagrass or whatever it's called in the ISB could be the one.
Yeah, the guy who played Qyburn in Game of Thrones. Exactly. Could perhaps be that guy as well. Really curious about getting into this one. And before we do jump into the episode, I want to let you guys know that this video is once again sponsored by Orbit Key. They have some amazing Star Wars products at the moment, like some really cool desk mats and key organizers. You can go and check out some of that stuff. There's a link down in the description below. There's a pinned comment as well. You can use the code OrbitKS10D to get 10% off your purchase. Thank you so much to Orbit Key for sponsoring this video. And also subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Like, comment, all that good stuff. Check out the Patreon. Full-length reactions are available over there. I also just finished watching She-Hulk and the Rings of Power. I've started Cowboy Bebop, done some full-length reactions for those. There's some early cut-down versions as well. Those are going to be coming out on YouTube in the not-so-distant future, at least.
Like, subscribe, and share it. Let people know, get people on the channel, all that stuff.
Yes, exactly. And with all of that out of the way, I think we are ready, right?
Been ready for a while.
Been ready for a while. Then let's do this. Here we go. Oh. Still just looking out the window. Mom, I'm coming.
Hero.
Is that what you're wearing?
Oh, come on.
It seems so.
What makes you believe the Bureau of Standards is in the market for individuals?
Bureau of Standards?
The collar.
What about it?
It's high. You've had it raised.
I had it tailored.
Well, we know he does that.
Yeah.
Criminals responsible for last night's atrocity on Aldor.
Yularen!
Think they've taken the Empire by surprise. We know better.
Oh, fuck.
The following measures will be adopted empire-wide as of
Empire-wide.
tribute tax equal to 5 times the amount stolen from Aldani will be levied on any sector harboring partisan activity.
Wow.
Permanent revocation of
They
imperial
are really cracking down on this.
Oh, yeah.
I spoke with Emperor Palpatine last night, and he's assured me that the ISB will be taking the lead going forward. No one in this room should have trouble accessing army or naval resources in future.
You've been given power.
Any criminal act with even indirect effect on the Empire will henceforth be branded a Class 1 offense.
Holy shit.
You could actually draw some parallels to something else, but let's not go there.
This is exactly what they want. We're treating what happened at Aldani like a robbery. What would you call it? An announcement.
That's where that is from.
I'll talk about Yularen in the discussion because there's a lot to say about that guy. But I'm so happy he's in this, actually. It's a big thing.
Your everything seemed to be all about bringing in a savior to access your family funds.
It was you, wasn't it?
I explained to you the risk of new faces, but you see.
Those are some serious Mickey Mouse gloves.
You realize what you've done. Palpatine won't hesitate now.
Exactly. We need it.
Whoa.
We need the fear. We need
That's...
them to overreact.
You can't be serious.
Okay, yeah.
The Empire.
Dedra was not wrong about
Slowly, we're starting not to know.
what they wanted.
The time has come to force their hand.
No, Detra's quite smart about it.
And yeah, people will suffer.
There will be no rules going forward. If you're not willing to risk your conscience, then surrender and be done with it.
Damn, Luthen. He already has a lot in common with Saw Gerrera.
Yeah.
Any means necessary.
I have some new things coming in very, very soon.
I'll be sure to come by.
Always at your service, Senator. Always at your service.
He's so good at that, switching back and forth.
Yeah.
People think we're kidding when we say it, but it's true. There are no small jobs at the Bureau of Standards.
Wow, what a boring
Spoke with
place.
your uncle.
Is that a fucking tie?
Star Wars tie?
A cubicle job. That is not what he wants.
At ease, attendant.
Yes, sir. Ma'am. Sir.
I was.
Your tunic.
Sorry, sir. Ma'am.
I want a record of all missing avionics, comm, navigation, and targeting equipment.
For which star system?
All star systems.
A bit. Oh, checking in on Cinta. Yeah. Whoa.
Where is he?
Oh.
I shouldn't even be here. Neither of us should. The money's safe.
Almost didn't recognize her.
Cassian Andor, who you know as Clem. You need to find him.
We can't have him walking around with Luthen in his head.
You mean
Oh.
kill him?
This is what revolution looks like, Val.
We'll send you what we have on him.
Okay.
I didn't see that coming.
Well, with what we just got from Luthen and his conversation with Mon Mothma, now I'm not surprised.
No.
He did seem like a by any means necessary kind of guy, but now we've got that confirmed.
Yeah.
And he doesn't shy away from methods like, yeah, killing off loose ends. And all right. Andor did go back.
Yeah.
We're gonna clear out. Leave this mess behind.
When do we go?
We go tonight. Tonight? Yeah, why not? Get out of the cold and damp. Find somewhere warm and easy. I can make it happen. It's all gonna be different now.
No. It's the same everywhere else, pretty much. The Empire cracking down on everyone.
I've done more than grow weary of the Empire. I'm afraid you'd find my politics a bit strong for your taste.
Maybe not.
Drink up the tea and keep smiling, as if we're having a happy chat about childhood days. I'm a polite, sometimes indecisive senator who spends the days fighting and failing to protect separatist do-gooders. An irritation, as you so harshly put it.
I've made you angry.
No, you've set me free. I've been wondering all day how I could be sure of it.
Now I can be blunt about this.
Because as long as everyone thinks I'm an irritation, there's a good chance they'll miss what I'm really doing.
What are you really doing?
You're better off not knowing. Or perhaps you find my politics a bit strong for your taste.
Right back at you.
Yeah, nice.
He knows none of this. He's not to be trusted. Smile?
Smile.
But,
Oh, that was great. I kind of want that jacket he's wearing.
yeah.
Hey.
Maybe a newer model, but yeah, I know what you mean.
Yeah.
You killed 2 corporals and came home to hide. Put the entire town at risk and now there's Imperials on the street.
If Damon kept his mouth shut.
If this, if that.
Your crazy boyfriend tries to get me killed, and I'm the villain.
You need to get as far away from here as you can.
I will. I am. The buyer. You ever talk to him again? Tell him I held up my end of the deal. And he needs to forget about me.
He will not.
Nope. And I get why you would want to blame someone for the state of things right now, and especially Andor, because partly what he did.
It calls it, somewhat.
Yeah.
Don't worry, they won't be here long. We're just gonna raise their silly flag
Ooh.
and fly away. Stay here.
Oh. Clone troopers.
He went out there to try to stop it, and that's gonna kill him?
Wow. And as Luthen said, they hung him in the square.
Ferrix has been hiding long enough.
This is madness.
No, it's not. It's overdue and probably doomed, and I'm too old, and I don't care anymore. For 13 years, every time I walk down Rick's Road, I turn off before I get to the square. I take the long way round, so I don't have to think about Clem hanging there.
Wow. Holy.
B played me the news. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Yeah, the garrison of Aldani.
I heard that. I put on my best coat and I walked across the square with a smile on my face. If there are heroes
into the rebellion.
to take on a whole imperial garrison, I'm brave enough to stick it out here. People are standing up.
Yeah, and getting killed for it.
And he inadvertently started that.
Yeah.
I've never loved anything the way I love you. And I've never fretted on anything more, but this time you can't stay and I can't go.
Can I speak now?
No!
Can I speak now? No.
Stop searching for your sister. It's a fantasy. There were no survivors on Canary.
What?
What happened there was not your responsibility. You were a child. Let it go.
What she's saying is that they slaughtered everyone, so it was good that she took Andor away.
I guess. Is that really what happened? Shit. Oh, that was a powerful scene.
Yeah.
3 possible explanations for why you have failed to keep pace with your neighboring sectors.
That's correct.
I'm correct. Your approval is heartening.
No, it's not.
I believe our sector protocols, as described in the ISB Code of Conduct, are being violated by Supervisor Miro, and that this overreach, for which she was previously reprimanded, risks compromising Imperial safety to a degree that silence is no longer possible.
Damn.
Do you think this forum appropriate?
Oh, in front of everybody.
You think this forum is appropriate?
Do you really think the rebels care about the lines we draw on maps?
You think the relevance of my work has been supplanted?
Systems either change or die, sir.
Sir.
Thesis, please.
There is a focused, organized rebel effort.
Imagine if everyone in this room played as loose with the rules as you.
An excellent suggestion, Blevin. I'm wondering where we'd be right now if everyone here showed the same endeavor as Supervisor Miro.
Damn.
I'll have to think about that.
That's
At the
nice.
moment, I'm reassigning the Morlana sector to Supervisor Miro. Ferrix is of great interest to her and has clearly become a distraction for you.
That one blew up in his face.
Wow. He did not expect that.
No.
At all. I don't know. Why are we cheering for Dedra? We shouldn't, but still.
But yeah.
That was great.
Well played.
Thank you, sir.
Watch your back.
Watch your back. Game recognized game.
Yeah. Well played, indeed.
Yeah, but watch your back, as he said. Because now Blevin is...
A bit annoyed, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Yamos.
Oh, wow. This looks luxurious.
Yeah, looks nice.
Keith.
Oh.
Be out in a minute.
He actually went somewhere warm.
Somewhere nice.
Yeah. Having a good time. Ah, a short trooper. Don't start running, man. Oh yeah. The Empire is everywhere. You cannot hide.
No, but it looks like a nice touristy area for him to be
I
in.
guess, yeah.
You a part of it?
Part of what?
Don't play dumb.
No, I'm on my way to the store.
You need to back up. Stand right there.
Wow.
Pier 9. Pier 9. Runners heading south.
I can wait for you here if you want.
The rest ears.
What?
You heard me.
Wait, no.
Hey.
Yeah.
You need to calm down, sir. Droid assistance, please.
No, this is Chris.
Hang on to this one for me. I want to check the shelter.
No.
Wow, he's just gonna hang. Wow.
Civil disruption, anti-imperial speech,
What?
fleeing the scene of anti-imperial activity, attempted damage to imperial property.
I'm sorry, there's something wrong.
I wouldn't. This used to be a 6-month sentence. 6 years.
What?
Really? 6 years?
That's
a bit harsh.
That was way too real, what just happened there.
And he's having fun in the cubicle. Or not. Wow.
Just a cog in the machine.
Once again,
Damn.
I think they're too short.
Even though this was one of the
fast.
longer episodes, but it was a lot in it, and I cannot wait to see where we go from here.
Well, now he's in prison.
Or at least on his way there.
Yeah.
6 years. What the
that's
fuck?
That's not gonna stick. He's not gonna stick around for 6 years.
No, of course not. Damn, that whole interaction there, and with the police, or well, shore troopers, the Empire, and just the way they treated him, the way they treat everyone. You talked about like drawing parallels to something real early on, and we're not gonna get too much into that, but they're definitely doing just that with some stuff that's also been going on in our world with law enforcement and whatnot. But either way, let's focus on what happened in this episode, and we got a lot of politics on Coruscant, a lot of talk about the Empire and rebellions, and again starting to build.
I like the whole setup of this, and I like to talk about it in the Star Wars universe, because they don't have to relate it to anything in the real world. There's not a stuff going on, but they do actually touch on points that are very interesting for humans or people together on how to act in case of something happens, how to act as a government, and so on. And I like the whole politics behind it, time to talk about how to build a rebellion, and we all know how it goes in the Star Wars universe with the rebellion and the Empire and so on. But I like to see how it's being set up in this series here.
Yeah, and how people is getting fed up already with how the Empire, like how they're doing things, just cracking down on every planet. And when something like this happens, a robbery, as they called it, even though it was more than just a robbery, they really just put the fear in everyone, in the entire galaxy. That's seemingly what Luthen wanted. He wanted them to overreact. He wanted that fear so that people would actually stand up. And we saw the effect of that in someone like Marva, in Andor's own...
she's been waiting for that, more or less. She's been waiting for someone to stand up, for the rebellion to start, and she want to do her part, because she's at a point in her life where she's, well, let's see what I can do, and if I go, well, it's time anyway, so...
Yeah, fed up, and like, I'm too old for this shit anyway. I'm too old to care. I'm just gonna, go out swinging, pretty much. And she surmised, and she knows that that's not who Andor is, and he doesn't necessarily care about any of that. He's going to, but he just wanted to get away, and he just wanted to hide. But try as hard as he can, he really can't hide.
He tried to hide in a nice place, as we talked about. If you're gonna hide in a nice place. And that didn't work out.
That backfired just by being around
wrong place, wrong time.
Yeah, wrong place, wrong time. Yeah, and holy shit. How is he going to get out of that? I can't wait to see. It was a nice little K2SO tease, but I don't think we're gonna get to that just yet. We're not gonna get like the K2SO.
Could be K2SO, could be the one helping him out, and we get to see them build a relationship. That could be part of the arc. So
true, but
I just like K2SO. So,
I can't wait for K2SO to show up and get Alan Tudyk back into things here, 'cause, I love the guy, and he's great in everything. But they already said, unfortunately, I think it was at Star Wars Celebration or something, that we're not going to get K2SO until season 2. So we shouldn't expect for him to show up in the first season, unfortunately.
They've been known to not tell the truth at some point.
Yeah. That's also true.
Let me have the hope.
Yes, I'm gonna let you. I have a little sliver of hope as well. Exactly, and when we saw the droid just pop up there, for a quick second, I was like, really already? But no.
That could also have been sort of the name for this episode, Hope, because it's the announcement made by the rebels give people hope that, well, someone is standing up to the Empire and going to do something about it. So
exactly, and then they're getting more of a reason to do so now with how the Empire is doing things and how they're cracking down on everyone. And even there at the party at Mon Mothma's place, she was talking to an old friend who was seemingly also plotting something, or at least getting into some sort of rebellion or doing something against the Empire.
He was doing something, not saying what it was, but
no. There was a lot of unspoken things inside of this episode, and he thought that she was not a person to be a part of that. He was wrong,
he was seeing just what she wants.
Yes,
other people to see about Mon Mothma. So
seeing the projection, as she said, just this mild annoyance to the Empire, the Imperial Senate. But she's more than that. She's doing more behind the scenes. And I wonder...
kind of confirmed to her that her projection is working.
Yes, exactly. And that's, I think that really was something that she was, I guess you could say, sort of glad to hear, that what she's doing and how she's hiding, that it's working, even when it comes to her friends, that they think that that's just what she is. And then she told him otherwise without actually really telling him, but heavily insinuating, and then offering him a job as well, so that they can start to work closer together, work more closely together. But she did not, however, approve of how Luthen is doing things. And that's also something we know from Star Wars Rebels, for example, and Rogue One, that she's not a by all means necessary type of person.
No.
She went against Saw Gerrera because of that, and sort of, kind of kicked him out.
Yeah, but as you said, Luthen and Saw Gerrera is sort of in line with each other, so that kind of lines up nicely.
Yeah. I think that's how we're going to get...
Yeah, go on.
I think that's how we're going to get Saw Gerrera introduced into this whole thing. Is Luthen is going to be the one contacting him and being like, you and I, we sort of see eye to eye.
Yeah.
So what can we do together? And I'm just also afraid of just how far Luthen is willing to go, because we know that Saw Gerrera, he goes too far. Luthen could definitely do the same, and we as viewers, we don't want him to kill Andor, so that's definitely going too far in that direction. But in the sense,
he kind of gave the order to kill Andor. I'm pretty sure of that. So and that gives the two lines of the more subtle way of doing the rebellion with Mon Mothma, or the very aggressive way with Luthen, and probably later on Saw Gerrera. So I like that we have two tracks being laid out at the same time, and at the same time the ISB scenes, the way they talk to each other and all that, but it's absolutely fantastic.
That was
I'm enjoying that.
Yeah, same. Every scene we get at the ISB is just so well written, and especially when they're all gathered there together, and the way Major Paragas
Pelagras.
The way that he's just maneuvering these conversations and talking, and how he values someone like Dedra and her willingness to sort of go above board a little bit and do things in a different way. I loved all of that, and I know I said it out loud. We shouldn't root for Dedra and the ISB, but I just absolutely love how that whole thing went and how it completely blew up in his face when he was trying to levy those accusations. And speaking of the ISB, we started out with a scene where Yularen himself, he was addressing all of them. And do you remember Yularen from the Clone Wars?
No.
He was the Admiral where Anakin and Ahsoka and Obi-Wan, like they were interacting with him all the time. And he was voiced by Tom Kane, who was... he also voiced Yoda and he was like the narrator. It was great to just see that character because he is very important. And we also knew from, I believe it is Rebels then, that he becomes a part of the ISB after the Republic becomes the Empire. So he stays loyal to the Emperor, even though he was like one of the good guys and a character we saw a lot of inside of the Clone Wars and helping out Anakin and Obi-Wan and Ahsoka. So I just like that they're bringing him in and like that's really bringing in the big guns because he has a direct line to the Emperor.
Yeah.
And I think that he was also, it's kind of a like where they went back and just decided, okay, that's Yularen. But he's also at that meeting in A New Hope when they're talking about the Death Star. There's a guy there in a white uniform with like gray hair and a mustache. I think it was kind of, retroactively decided that, okay, that's Yularen. So he's very important just inside of the Empire. And especially like being like, I think he's like the head of the ISB or something. You guys can correct me.
I like the way they portrayed him, the way that he performed and spoke. That was a guy who he knew that he's in control. It was well played.
Yeah. And he has power. And I would be interested to see like if we're going to get more from him, exactly because we haven't been spending a lot of time with him since the Clone Wars. And again, in the Clone Wars, he seemed like a pretty good guy, pretty reasonable, but now he's so loyal to the Emperor. So what's going on with him? What's going on inside of his head? I don't know if we're going to be spending more time with him or if this was just a nice little cameo, a nice thing for those of us who've been watching all of the animated series and knew who that was. But I was just happy to see that it was him. I don't think they said his name out loud. It was just in the subtitles that it said Yularen. And I was just like, I know that. So it's another one of those like little references or Easter eggs or whatever you want to call them. That's just, it's not a pushing it in our face sort of a thing. And it doesn't change the story, but it just enhances the viewing for some of us at least. So I appreciated that very much.
I like that the way that they put the Star Wars stuff in there. It's not being thrown into your face, but just a couple of stormtroopers and stuff like that.
Yeah,
just makes it feel right.
Stormtroopers and shore troopers and seeing some more familiar sightings, and we saw Cinta as well. I didn't know if we were going to check back in on her, but she saw like an Imperial Star Destroyer fly overhead at Aldhani. So of course there was that, and then we saw Vel briefly, and I almost didn't recognize her because she looks way different now. But of course she's like blending in on Coruscant, and she's very worried about how everything is going to go, and she definitely wants to get back into contact with Cinta, but was told we don't do that just yet, or it's very risky to send messages or receive messages. And then she was told to find Andor and take him out. So that's going to come into play soon. We know that's not going to happen, but still, he's most likely going to say or do something. Or, you know what? You know what? She might be the one who's going to break him out then.
He could be prison. One,
because he needs someone to come to the rescue now because he's kind of
on his own
fucked. And then it's also just cool, I think, just seeing other parts of the galaxy and even just familiar places, Coruscant, that like see new places, new locations,
planets,
and also this vacation. I can't remember the name, but this vacation planet that Andor was on. That just, it seems familiar in a sense, but also new and different. And I just like seeing what else the galaxy can offer, because it is a big galaxy out there. And yeah, man, loving this. Love this episode.
Yeah, me too.
Can't wait
enjoying
to see
it very much. And now I have 2 episodes I can watch, the last one and this one.
Yeah. Watch them together. I think that's a pretty good viewing experience. What else did we got a little bit with Khan.
Being hidden in a cubicle somewhere. Poor guy. He's not made out for that. There's gotta be more. He's sitting there. There's gotta be more in life than this.
Yes, it's an interesting trajectory that he's on, and I can't wait to see where that one goes. Either that whole storyline with him, because he's not gonna stay in that cubicle. That's for sure. He's gonna do something. He's gonna become important to the story somehow again. But I like that we're not just leaving him on the back burner, and then he's gonna come back in a later episode, and we're gonna be like, oh, well, what have you been up to? But they're actually showing us his character progression as he's getting used to this new life where he's not
you get
in
a
the
lot
position he was in
of
before.
his time at home with his ma and how she treats him, and kind of gives you a hint to why he's like the way he is. And
yes. Why he's got to stick up his ass. He's gonna break free of the position that he's in right now, and gonna become something more. That's for sure. Oh man, good stuff. Do you have anything else you want to add to this one?
Next week I will also do this with Sunny, but I'll be in another place, so I'll just be on the laptop. But we'll make it work somehow. Yeah,
definitely. You're actually going on a little vacation, so you're not going to be home. And we might even get to do this a little bit earlier in the day, like not that long after the episode drops. So I might even be able to get the episode out earlier as well, because now what we're doing is we're watching it in the evening, and then it's kind of gets too late for me to edit it like on the day, so I have to wait till Thursday to release it. But we'll see. But no matter, like, we're still going to continue doing this.
Apparently, they hired me to do some kind of work where I'm at. I thought I was just hired because of my good looks, but they expect me to be there during the day, so that's why it's going to be late afternoon.
Exactly. And just again, for those of you who might not know, we're from Denmark. We live in Denmark, so the episode doesn't come out like midnight or something for us. It actually comes out at 9 a.m. in the morning. So if you weren't as important, for the people at your work, then they could just be like, come in later. Then we could maybe watch it there. But no, they need you there, and that's very understandable.
I don't think I'm important. I'm just supposed to do something. I think I'm still trying to figure that out.
Fair enough.
I show up every day and do stuff, and
we also have something else exciting coming very soon, Star Wars wise. Tales of the Jedi. I don't know. Have you heard about the run times of those episodes?
No, I haven't.
They're very short, like between 10 or 15 minutes per episode.
Ooh.
So they're very quick to do. So we might actually also do those together. Either way, I'm definitely going to do reactions to them. But maybe you and we can figure something out as well.
We'll try.
They're quick and easy to do. So we might be able to squeeze in a few episodes here and there, and then I can get them out afterwards. But yeah, I think that's pretty much going to do it for this reaction and review of Andor season 1.
We'll probably discuss it. Yeah, we'll probably discuss it during the week. But for this video, I think we're done. We're done.
Yes, we're done for now. Thank you guys so much for watching, and may the Force be with you always.
Always.